What's up guys, how are you guys doing? In this video I will be talking about which character I would love to see in the game from Shibuya incident, and this is gonna be focusing on mainly the anime guys, because a lot of you guys already see the anime and you guys know these characters, so I don't have to worry about spoiling and stuff like that, right? So this is gonna be mainly from the anime, and yeah, and I got a bunch of characters I want to show you guys and just tell you guys which cards I want to see in the game, guys. Okay, so yeah, let's get to it. And of course I pulled up the Shibuya instant cover art right here, which looks freaking amazing, guys. Look at this, man, badass freaking art, man. But yeah, let's get to it, guys. The first character I'm gonna go to is Uomi, guys, and of course you all know Uomi is Meme's little brother, guys, and we got Meme in the game already, so why the hell not, right? So yeah, Uomi is the first character I want to see in the game, guys, and his ability is very cool. Of course, you guys know his ability is mainly teleportation, right? And oh, of course, we got this cursed scene right here, but yeah, his main ability is teleportation, but in the manga he actually have a very powerful new abilities, guys, and this guy actually becomes a very crucial character in the manga, guys, and yeah, I think he gonna be a cool addition to the game, guys. And if he gets started, I imagine he gonna be like a star character, because his ability is not like SSR worthy, guys, and yeah, I see him being more like Gakuganji, right? More like a support character, and he's SR, right? So that'd be very cool. So yeah, he's the first character I want to see in the game, guys. Next I have Naito, and this old man is very cool, guys. I actually like him. He's kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie, but I like him, man. He was actually kind of badass right here, man. You know, with one arm he was actually fighting Dagon and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely another cool character I want to see in the game, guys. And of course his ability is basically revolves around frames, and he can manipulate the frames to basically move extremely fast and hit hard, right? So yeah, very cool character, but I don't see him being a DPS, guys. If we get him in the game, guys, he probably gonna be a debuff support or a buffer sub DPS, guys. I see him being a sub DPS, but not main DPS, guys. Okay, so yeah, Naito is another character I want to see in the game, guys. Of course he's from the Zenin clan, right? So yeah, yeah, Naito is a very cool character. After Naito I want to see Haruta. I know a lot of you guys hate this guy, bro, including me, guys. This guy is a fucking bitch, bro. This guy is so annoying, bro, but I like him as a villain, guys. As a villain he's actually very good, guys, because you know, villains are supposed to be hated, right? You are supposed to hate villain, and this guy is definitely very hateable character, guys. And yeah, as a villain he's actually very good, guys, but as a character I freaking hate this guy, but I actually don't mind seeing him in the game, guys. I think he's gonna be a cool addition in the game, guys, and I think they could do a lot of interesting things with his ability, because his ability basically is he got this 6 tattoos under his eyes, and each tattoo serves as a luck, right? Good luck charm type thing, where it will let him avoid fatal attack, right? So basically he is kind of immortal as long as he have these tattoos right here, right? So but when these tattoos run out, every time he survives a lethal attack, or like an attack, these tattoos gonna get used and they disappear, right? So once he hits 0 right here, he basically is very vulnerable. But yeah, I think they could do a lot of cool things with this guy. And yeah, Haruta is definitely another character I do not mind seeing in the game, guys. After Haruta I have sorry guys, I have Kusakob, and Kusakob, man, I freaking love this dude, bro. This guy is amazing, man. Like, especially in the manga, guys, this guy is actually very cool, and he's actually a fun character, man. Of course his ability is simple domain, similar to Miwa, right? But he's of course a lot better at using the ability, right? Because he was actually able to counter Kenjaku's modified Uzumaki attack right here, where he ups after absorbing Mahito, right? He was gonna nuke Miwa with Uzumaki, and he came in and saved her, right? As the picture shows right here, right? And yeah. Kusakob is a very cool character, and look at this, man. Like, this is the panel cover art right here, and bro, this shit goes hard, bro. Look at how badass this guy looks, man. Yeah, I would love to see him in the game, guys, and I think he's gonna be a really good counter character whenever he comes out in the game. And yeah, very cool character right here. And after Kusakob, I have Uomi, and I actually like Uomi. Like, her ability is freaking amazing, man. Of course, she's from the Golden Age sorcerer, which means she's very powerful, right? And her ice magic is next level, right? And I think if they add Uomi in the game, guys, she's probably gonna be the first character to have a debuff skill that basically freezes the enemy, right? Because her whole thing is ice, right? So freezing the enemy would make sense. So, and that freeze gonna work similar to a stun, right? So yeah, I think she will be a very cool addition to the game, and yeah, I would love to see her in the game. And she's probably gonna be debuff or not debuff, more like a CC DPS character. So yeah, very cool stuff, right? So Uomi is another character I want to see. After Uomi, of course, I have Toto, and we definitely need a very good Toto, guys. All the Totos in the game, guys, they freaking suck, except Raid Toto is actually pretty good, but he's definitely, compared to other characters, he freaking sucks, right? So I would love to see a very strong Toto character, and I think this Toto is perfect, right? Of course, this is a Toto that came to save Yuji when Yuji was getting beaten up by Mahito, right? And yeah, this Toto I would love to see in the game, guys, and I really hope he's gonna become like one of the strongest character in the game, guys. And yeah, and I think they could do a lot of cool things with this boogie woogie attack right here. It makes sense, right? And yeah, I think this Toto is definitely a very cool addition in the game, guys. So yeah, I would love to see him in the game. And after Toto, I have Kento Nanomi, and specifically this Nanomi right here. Of course, the infamous hair pulling scene right here. You know, this had all the girls going crazy over Nanomi, bro, which was crazy, right? And yeah, this Nanomi hopefully becomes one of the strongest Nanomi in the game. And yeah, I would love to see him in the game, guys. And I hope he's like there's just a really strong DPS character, right? Just pure DPS character. That'd be very cool, right? Of course, the current Nanamis we have in the game are pretty good, you know. The strongest one being like yellow Nanami, followed by green Nanami. But yeah, I think this Nanami would be a very cool addition in the game, guys. And I think a lot of you guys also want to see this Nanami right here. And I think they were trying to do like this Nanami with the blue Nanami, but of course the blue Nanami sucks, right? So yeah, this Nanami would be a very cool addition, right? And after Nanami, I have Kenjaku. Of course, Kenjaku, another very cool villain, guys. And yeah, I would love to see him in the game, guys. And of course, this is right after he absorbed Mahito, and he basically changes the Uzumaki into this abomination right here, guys. And yeah, I think if we get a Kenjaku as a character in the game, this is probably gonna be his ultimate right here. And I actually would love to see this as well as one of his skill right here, maybe his skill 2 or something, where he summons this small pox cursed spirit, guys. This is of course a special great curse right here, and I would love to see this being his skill, right? And if they're gonna do that, this probably gonna work similar to like Green Megami, where Green Megami summons the dogs, right? And the dogs takes like HP from Megami, and they're gonna become another addition to the field, right, for you to use as a DPS, and as also damage absorbing characters, right? So yeah, I think if we get this as an ability on Kenjaku, bro, it's gonna be very cool, right? So you could take like maybe 40% of Kenjaku's health, and you're gonna have like, instead of having 4 characters on the field, you're gonna have 5 characters on the field, which means he's gonna help you do extra damage and also tank damage, right? So yeah, this will be very cool. And yeah, this Kenjaku is definitely gonna be added in the game, I imagine, right? And I think if they add this Kenjaku in the game, you probably won't be able to use a Geto with him, which it makes sense, right? Because he's inside Geto body, so it's gonna be similar to Yuji and Sukuna dynamic, right? So yeah. And of course, I have Choso next. I mean, come on, I have to include Choso. But Choso is a very cool character, and of course, he's a big brother of Yuji, right? And yeah, this is of course specifically the Choso that was fighting Yuji, and yeah, I would love to see him in the game, guys. I think they could do a lot of cool things with him, and I hope he becomes like available on the exchange shop, similar to Jogo, Hanami, and Mahito, right? So that'd be very cool, right? But yeah, Choso is another character I do want to see in the game, guys. And after Choso, I have Yuki, of course. I have to include her, bro. She's an amazing freaking character. I love her. And I mean, we only seen a glimpse of her in the anime, but in the manga, she definitely plays a big role, kind of, in the anime. Not in the anime, in the manga, guys. And I think the next season of the anime, we're gonna get to see a lot of Yuki, guys, because the season ended right after she showed up, right? And she was gonna fight Kenjaku, right? So she definitely is going to be a very cool character, and if they add her in the game, she probably going to be a really strong DPS character, because yeah, her abilities are crazy, guys. She have some crazy ability, guys. Okay, it makes sense. She's a special grade sorcerer, so it makes sense. But yeah, she's absolutely very strong character, right? She's not broken, but she's very strong, right? So yeah, I would love to see Yuki in the game, of course. Look at her, man. Yeah, absolutely amazing character. Of course, this is also Toto's teacher right here, as you guys can see, right? So yeah, after her, of course, I will have Mahito right here. This Mahito right here, I would love to see this Mahito in the game, guys. I think if they add this Mahito in the game, he probably gonna be a banner character, which makes sense, right? But they might also decide to release this Mahito before this one, and this is a Mahito that was using Black Flash. So yeah, I think either of these Mahitos would be cool, but I want to see this Mahito a lot more than this one, because we already have a Mahito with his base form, right? So that'd be cool to see the final form of Mahito right here, right? So yeah, but I think they might release a Black Flash Mahito right here, and of course that will also include him using the 0.2 second domain, similar to how Gojo did it. And yeah, we might get that Mahito before this one. I think this one's gonna take a while before we get it, but yeah, I would love to see this version of Mahito in the game, guys. Of course, I mean, Yuji humiliated him, but still a very cool design, right? So yeah, and of course I have Jogo. Jogo next, and this Jogo is of course the one that was fighting Sukuna right here, and this is a Jogo that was dropping freaking meteors, basically, right here. So as you guys can see, right? So this is probably gonna be his ultimate if we get this Jogo in the game, guys. This is probably gonna be his ultimate right here. And of course, the picture I showed you guys earlier, where he was cheesing, right? Which is, let me see if I can find it again. Not this one actually. Yeah, this right here. This is of course when he summoned the giant flaming handus, and he grabbed two big buildings and just crushed them together, right? So this is that version of Jogo, and this is probably gonna be his skills tree or something, which would be very cool, right? So I think if we get this Jogo, he also gonna be a banner character, which makes sense because this is like the strongest we have seen Jogo, guys. So yeah, he's probably gonna be a very strong character, guys, if he comes out in the game. And yeah, this version of Jogo I definitely do want to see in the game, guys. And of course, I have to include Fuga Sukuna, guys. It makes sense, right? I think a lot of you guys also want to see this Fuga Sukuna. And yeah, need I say more, guys? This Sukuna is just badass, bro. And of course, he also have domain expansion when he was fighting Maharaga. So maybe they might do something with like his ultimate gonna have domain expansion and his third skills like Fuga and stuff. That'd be cool, right? So that would be like combining the two versions of Sukuna that was fighting Jogo and Maharaga, right? So that'd be cool, right? Of course, that would mean we're gonna have two domain expansion Sukunas in the game, guys. But I think this might be something where he doesn't create the domain, he just does the slashes and the domain disappears, right? That would make sense, right? So that way we don't have two domain Sukunas. But yeah, we definitely need a Sukuna with a Fuga skill right here, right? So yeah. And after Fuga Sukuna, I want to see this Gojo. Of course, this is the 0.2 second domain Sukuna, guys. I mean Gojo. And yeah, you all know how strong this Gojo was, man. This was a very impressive feat right here, guys. Of course, he used his domain for 0.2 second, and he basically bleeds through all this crowd and murdered all the cursed spirits. So I would love to see this Gojo in the game, guys, and I think he's gonna be a very powerful character if he comes out, of course, as all the Gojos, right? Well, except Blue Gojo. Blue Gojo kinda sucks, but yeah, I think this Gojo gonna be a very cool character, and we're probably gonna get him at some point, guys. But yeah, this Gojo is definitely the one I would like to see in the game, guys. Okay, and after that Gojo, I have this Toji. Of course, I think a lot of you guys also want to see this Toji in the game. It makes sense. He's absolutely badass, and of course he was absolute menace in Shibuya, bro. This guy was crazy, bro. Was throwing hands with everyone he sees, bro. Yeah, he was just purely on instinct, guys. Of course, he also had the honored one moment right here, as you guys can see, right? Which was hilarious, bro. But yeah, this Toji is definitely another character I would love to see in the game. Of course, this is a resurrected Toji, which is very cool, right? So yeah, of course, he's probably gonna have the playful cloud weapon right here, as you guys can see, right? That's what he was using to basically absolutely embarrass Dagon, and he basically made a fillet out of him, bro. So yeah, this Toji is definitely a very cool character to be added in the game, guys, and I would love to see him in the game, guys. Okay, and after this Toji, I have the infamous "With this treasure I summoned." This line has become a meme, bro. It's crazy, bro. But of course, this is the Megami that summoned Maharaga, guys, and yeah, we definitely need to see a Maharaga Megami, guys, and I think he's gonna be a very strong character, guys. He's probably gonna be a very broken character because Maharaga is absolutely broken. So yeah, I cannot wait to see this Megami in the game, guys, of course. And if you guys or remember how cool Maharaga was, of course he got adaptation, right, skill, and he could adapt to anything and stuff like that, when he was fighting Sukuna. And I think they could do a lot of cool things with Maharaga, guys, whenever he comes out, right? So yeah, Maharaga is a very cool character right here, of course. And I think I feel like, for me, I personally would like to see a dual unit with Maharaga and Megami. So it's gonna be two characters in one, which means, so you're gonna start the fight with Megami, right? So you're gonna start the fight with Megami, right, until you get the ultimate, right? So, and once you get the ultimate, you ult with the ultimate, and then Megami flee the battle, and you're gonna have Maharaga spawning in, right? I think that would make sense, right? So Maharaga gonna be switching in when you summon, when you use ultimate, and then Megami will just be gone, right? So, and then you're going to be using Maharaga for the rest of the fight. I think that'd be a very cool. Oh, what is this cursed picture, bro? Holy shit! I think that would be, but yeah, I think that would be a very cool way to do Maharaga, bro. So it's gonna be Megami, then Maharaga, and of course, if Maharaga died after Megami summons Maharaga, then you're gonna lose Megami. But yeah, I mean, Maharaga gonna be absolutely broken if he gets added to the game, so yeah, I'm not worried about that. But yeah, I think that'd be a cool idea. But yeah, of course, let me know if you guys have any other idea on how Megami Maharaga would work. I think I would love to hear your guys' opinion on this. But yeah, this is definitely another character I would love to see in the game, of course. And we got the most hype one, in my opinion, of course, which is Yuta, guys. Come on, man, everyone loves Yuta, man. Yuta's absolutely badass, bro. This guy got aura, bro, you know what I'm saying? And I would love to see him in the game. Of course, this is the Yuta that came back right from Africa, right? And he saved the little girl that was getting tricked by the cursed spirit, and the cursed spirit was about to eat her, and Yuta just came in and just cleaned them up, right? So yeah, this Yuta is definitely the character I would love to see in the game, guys. And of course, this is also the same version, right? So yeah, this Yuta, yeah, definitely I would love to see in the game. And if we get this Yuta in the game, he probably gonna be absolutely broken, and I really hope he don't have that stupid garbage 4-turn cooldown on his ultimate, bro. That, I don't know why they did that. That just pissed me off every time I think about it, bro. But yeah, this Yuta is definitely the character I would love to see in the game, guys. And if we get this guy in the game, guys, I would love for him to be like yellow or green, guys. That'd be very cool, right? So yeah, this is the Yuta as the final character I want to see from the Shibuya incident, guys. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about the list, guys. I think a lot of you guys also agree with the list, guys, and I think our interest aligns for the most part, right? So yeah, yeah, let me know what you guys think about this, and of course, if you guys have any other character you guys want to see that were not included here, let me know as well. And yeah, man, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe as always. And yeah, thank you guys. Bye bye.